Fox News contributor Colonel Ralph Peters decided to lend his expertise on the bombing of ISIS in Syria, and he's angry about it, which is really, really weird because this is a guy who's been screaming for military intervention for a while now. So Obama does it, and he's angry either way. Let's listen.
You think the time of day for these strikes is significant. Why?
Well, it really, really mattered, and I think the media were so enraptured with the dramatic footage of the cruise missile launches and the before and after photos that they missed the fundamental point that Obama had restrictions on this air operation to minimize not just civilian, but to minimize terrorist casualties. He didn't want bloodshed, so we attacked in the middle of the night. Now, the only reason you'd attack in the middle of the night is if there's a forbidding air defense complex and you're worried about it. There were no air defenses in the areas we attacked. The Syrians certainly weren't going to turn on anything they had. ISIS doesn't have them. You could have gone in there safely in a hang glider. But instead, we went in the middle of the night. Why?
Maybe,
because the buildings were empty.
All right.
You could not make this stuff up if you tried. You can get a cast of writers, the top comedy writers in the country, to sit down and write some shit in terms of what they think some moron on Fox News would say. They couldn't come up with anything more hilarious than that. That is a self-parody. That is a caricature. The dude just said Obama was trying to avoid bloodshed as he bombed people. He said Obama was trying to, quote, minimize terrorist casualties. If he wanted to do that, he wouldn't have bombed! Are you insane? Now, understand something. That's not only wrong, there may not be a single statement in human history that's more wrong, because not only did Obama go in there and go after ISIS and bomb ISIS, news also broke that while he was there, he went after a new jihadist group that I didn't even hear of that's supposedly on the ground in Syria, named Khorasan or Khorasan. And then, of course, the, intelligence made up some bullshit as to why we had to bomb them, because there was a threat of imminent attack. They had fucking toothbrush bombs, people. I'm not kidding. There's articles about this. Like, yeah, they planned a huge attack in America. Meanwhile, you go back and look at the tapes from a week ago, you have President Obama and intelligence officials all saying, there's no threat of imminent attack against the U.S. right now. Not at all. That's not what this is about. It's just that ISIS is destabilizing the region, yada, yada, yada. So last week, there was no threat. This week, oh my God, there was such a big threat. Bullshit, there wasn't a threat. But while they were bombing in Syria, they decided, fuck it, let's just bomb more. Let's just go after more people who we don't like, more people who might be jihadists, whether or not they're actually a threat to the United States of America, whether or not it's any of our fucking business to be doing this. They went in there and they bombed nonstop. And I'd bet anything that it wasn't just Khorasan and ISIS that got bombed. I bet they also went after al-Nusra Front while they're bombing in Syria, because they're the official al-Qaeda affiliate in the region, and they're, of course, engaged in fighting against Assad in the civil war in Syria. And also, when you look at the map of where bombings happened in Syria, they did it in like 5 separate places across the country from each other. So it's not, they didn't just bomb, they bombed. Like, they went in. And this jackass is like, no, what he did is he waited for the buildings to empty before he bombed. Oh, is that why there are articles out today that talk about how we likely got the leader of the Khorasan group? Because he waited for him to leave before he blew him up. That's right. No, but I'm telling you, they've given up. Like, the people on Fox News, they're so used to preaching to the choir and talking to people within their own bubble that they've stopped trying to make coherent arguments that maybe somebody outside of the bubble would hear and go, oh, that might make sense theoretically. They're just like, fuck it, we're never going to get those people. Just talk to, Grandpa Wilfred, who is eating fucking porridge and is 86 years old and is shitting his Depends as he's in the senior citizen center. Like, they've given up on trying to get anybody else. Like, just, I don't know, just say anything. He bombed terrorists because he didn't want to bomb terrorists. There you go. There, I said it. The reason why he bombed is because he doesn't want to bomb. He's like, why would they? I don't understand. Why would you do a bombing campaign at night? That doesn't make any sense. Maybe because at night they can't see you, and in the day they could see you and maybe run, you fucking moron. I can't take it. I can't take how stupid they are. Now, the final thing I'll say about this is Colonel Ralph Peters, this guy always comes on Fox News as a military expert. You know who signs his paychecks? Defense contractors. Defense. I use that term loosely. It's really offense. But he gets paid from all the people who make weapons of war, and then lo and behold, oh, I want more war, and when Obama bombs, it's not enough that he should have bombed more and he should have bombed better. I mean, what a joke. See, this shows you, in that right-wing bubble, even when Obama does shit that they agree with, they're still going to find an angle, no matter how retarded, to attack him over it and say, you didn't bomb the exact right way I wanted you to bomb, therefore you're weak and you're a pussy. Or everybody on Fox News, as they've clearly demonstrated, you're all idiots.